In this video, I'll share with you a trading and charting tool I've been testing the last couple weeks. It's called CryptoTrading-Hub.com. The link to this tool is down in the description, in addition to other tools that I use. In this video, what we'll do is I'll walk through this tool at a high-level overview, and then I'll share some really standout things that I really like about this tool. Now, before we jump in, I should mention, as of this recording, this tool is kind of in a beta state. So keep that in mind as you look at things here. And all the trades that you see here are in our test account. I don't let any beta tools touch our live accounts. So a lot of the trades that you see here, there's a lot of trading volume. We're testing bots, testing scalping, and other things, okay? So first up, let's talk about what this tool, this charting tool is. It's like other charting platforms, except the big difference here is that it has a lot of features that I wish these other platforms had. And we'll get into that here in a second. But the first thing is that you can trade on multiple exchanges here. And it really makes it simple to do. And we'll get into that here. I'd like to share that first, but I'll actually just do a high-level overview, okay? So first up, what we're looking at here is a standard chart, right? And we're looking at Ncash on the daily from Binance, Ncash BTC. And you'll see here that's showing all of the trades. So the green is obviously an entry, and then the red is an exit. So a buy and a sell, right? The other thing I really like about these charts, which I wish more exchanges or more charting packages would do, is see here on the right, see that it not only has a Satoshi level, but it has the Fiat number. This is really critical because both of those act as support and resistance points in the market. Both the Fiat number of where something's at and the Satoshi level, they don't often correlate, but having them on the actual chart, you can just see at various points in time, right? Ncash, for instance, was stopping right around the 40-cent level, right? It got rejected at the 40-cent level. Now that is a Satoshi level at 450, but still knowing what that Fiat number at a glance is awesome. I wish more charts did that, because otherwise you have to go to the exchange or try to figure it out somewhere else, right? As we work our way around, so let's actually just cover this at a high level. What we're seeing here is the market depth. Of course, we can see the orders. We can see the actual trade history. We can actually filter this, right? So I can go through here and filter this a little bit deeper, which I think I could probably go on for about 5 minutes why this is awesome, because I want to see this grow even more. But this is an awesome feature to have, to be able to filter the actual order book. As we work our way down, I don't really use this a lot, the news, but it might be an interesting thing if it actually does a good job. Nothing's coming up now right now, but you can have crypto news. The other thing that you can do here is you can create a watch list. And keep in mind, this is a multi-exchange tool. So I can create a watch list across multiple exchanges, and then my watch list will actually pop up. I can filter by what's on my watch list. I can filter by top volumes. Of course, this is standard stuff you can do with a lot of other exchanges. I can see the top gainers. The thing that really has me excited about this tool, in addition to a couple other things, is the screener list. So here I can run various different type of screening in real time, and I can subscribe to these, and I can build my own. So for instance, I can see something that maybe has a 1% gain in 1 minute. We can run that right now, and you'll see here it's going out, and it found various things that have a 1% gain in 1 minute. And then we can see here Legends Room, whatever that is, and then Dark Market. I think that's Dark Market. So you can just see, you can see the power with these different screeners. Now there's some screeners built in already. So, and then you can basically, if I wanted to, I can clone the screener and then customize it myself. So you can completely see the code. And this is, I believe it's written in JavaScript. I haven't dove into this part as much. As this matures, this I think would be a huge thing, especially if you're looking at like a base break strategy or a support break strategy or some other stuff. It really gives you a lot of power to kind of customize your own scanner. I think that that's powerful. as we work our way down, so that's the screener aspect. I think that's awesome. Of course, TradingView has this type of stuff and everything else, but it's not as, I'd say it would be a little bit harder, I think, to implement some of these things in TradingView comparatively to what this gives you the power of. Now, I'm not going to get into that discussion, but that's one of the things that excites me about this tool. The other thing I didn't mention, I should have mentioned, is that it shows Bitcoin up here. And I'm fortunate that I have multiple monitors, so I always have Bitcoin up on one screen. I know where it's at. But if you don't, if you only have one or two screens, having a place where you can see where Bitcoin is at a glance is so important when you're trading alts, right? It's a very important aspect to doing any trading in the crypto market, just understanding where Bitcoin is. So having it there, I think, is important. So as we go back to Encash, I wanted to show a couple things here that I think are really stand out. Let me see if I can, I think we have something on sub actually, SUB. So let's see sub. I think we have an order on sub. Okay, there we go. So you'll see here, this is a couple things I really like about this tool just initially. Number one, if I want to buy something, I can just click here and then I can place an order. So I can place a limit order, I can place a market order, I can place a stop limit order. I can and I can not only place it, but once it's there, I can move it. So I can move it up and down, okay? That's awesome. The other thing that I can do is I can do that on sale orders. So for instance, you'll see here, there's a normal limit order for 60 sub all the way up here, right? And what I can do is I can move that, and you'll see here, it moved the actual order. Once again, powerful stuff. It makes trading simple. This is something that if you've traded stocks, you know that these type of features exist. They just don't exist in the crypto market for some unknown reason. But just that ability right there gives you real simple and easy power to change your exits, to maybe change your entries. It's just one of those things that I find I wish more tools in this market actually implemented. Here's a few more things that I'll mention here. First up, I wish more charting tools did this so that you don't have a drop down, because you're changing time frames, especially if you don't have multi-charts. You're changing time frames quite a bit, right? But just the ability to click an actual button to see the actual time frame, to me, is huge. That's really what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to do things quickly, right? So this is just another thing that I really like about this tool. Let's say that you want to put an alert on a trend line. So for instance, they have some drawing tools here. I can take this trend line and I can say, well, let's draw this trend line here. And let's say that I want an alert for when it might break this, okay? So what I can do is I can double click this and I can say, okay, well, I want to add an alert if it's crossing down. And then I can put whatever my message is here, and then I can click save. And then that will be an alert. And then as it crosses that trend line, it will actually send me an alert. And you'll notice there isn't a little alert icon there so that I know there's an alert. I don't know if I mentioned this already. Of course, there's indicators. So I can add indicators that I want here. So for instance, the Bollinger Bands are on there now. I can add the ATR, the average true range. Here, it's just, like I said, it's your standard charting tool. So it has those features, and I believe these charts are custom created. So I think I saw the developer say that he's custom created these charts. And I think what that the power with that is that you have access, at least I think on a programmatic level, to the data. I haven't, like I said, I have not got a chance to really dive into how to do the screener, how to do this code, but I believe it's JavaScript. So being able to find someone to help maybe build things will be, I think, easier, because it's not PineScript, it's JavaScript. It's something that, and once you understand the API and the data level here, I think you can do a lot of interesting things. So that's one thing that has me excited. I just haven't got a chance to really dive into that yet. So that's all I really wanted to share. I probably will be doing more videos on this as it matures, because this is one of those tools that I'll be watching and testing as it moves forward. I think it does have a lot of promise. I think as it matures, the multi-exchange aspect, the ease of trading, and the screener, I think really adds some really unique things that I don't see in other tools or other tools doing right now that will make it a tool that you'd want to use. So definitely, I think it's something to check out, and I think I definitely will be doing more videos, maybe even a few tutorial videos on it as I kind of dive in a little bit myself. So that's all for this video. You'll find a link to this tool and other things down below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.